Hi, fierce friends. This is your school counselor, Mrs. Lamond, and it has been a really challenging couple of first days of school. And I know that can make people have all kinds of big feelings. Sometimes we can feel nervous, sometimes we can feel frustrated, or even angry and totally freaked out. So, what I want to do is it made me think of one of my favorite childhood books, and I wanted to read it for you because hopefully you can remember that even when we have bad days, bad moments, overwhelming experiences, that all we need to do is take a deep breath. And when we do that, we can start over with a clear head. So I want to read for you Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Viorst. It's a fabulous book. If you've heard it before, enjoy it again. And if you've never heard it, I hope you like it. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth. Now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard. And by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said, if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker ice cream cone that the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. I'm thinking that Alexander's not feeling so good. I'm thinking that Alexander's getting more and more stressed out. And for those of you who know my zones of regulation, Alexander's kind of riding that line between the yellow zone and the red zone. We all know what happens if we don't stop and think. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds. Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? Yep, poor Alexander. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was. Because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist. Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. "Come back next week and I'll fix it," said Dr. Fields. Next week, I'm going to Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my